Welcome to another edition of the Tiger Men's Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Spiro Marikas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Sean Nadlin. And coach, the Tigers this past Saturday defeated Hampton 25-2. With that win, you clinch home field advantage in the CAA tournament, and you stay even with Delaware, tied for first at 5-0, and a big matchup coming up next in 2 weeks in Newark. But for your team, qualifying for the CAA tournament, I know, is always the first step that you look at. So you've done that, and you've also clinched home field, which has to make you feel good.
Yeah, I'm excited about where we are and how we're playing. Right now, I feel like the guys are in a good spot. We're in a good spot as far as what we know we can do and areas that we need to improve on. And keep working at. So the guys are continuing to work hard in practice, continuing to stay focused and hungry. Obviously, we're excited about kind of the position we've put ourselves in, but we know that there's a lot more work to be done.
Saturday, you play Hampton, a team that had not won a game all year long. Midway through the first quarter, it was 1-1. I'm sure you had some concerns at that point.
Yes and no. I felt like we were rushing a little bit with some opportunities on the offensive end, taking some shots a little bit further out than we normally would. We didn't let the ball kind of build the momentum, that we talked about going into the game, and really try to generate our offense. Goalie made a couple nice saves. We helped him out by shooting it, kind of center mass and kind of stick side, allowing that to happen. We got a little aggressive with our 10-man ride, and they were able to get one on us there. Just a little breakdown from our side. But I felt like, between facing off and then working to find our rhythm offensively, and, we were playing solid defense, I felt like it was just kind of a matter of time.
Well, the time came in the second quarter when you outscored them 12-0. You also were able to get just about every player into the ball game, and we saw freshman Matt Barnum 5 goals in that game. Nick DeMeo gets named Offensive Player of the Week. So you did get to play a lot of guys who normally don't get to see game action.
Yeah, the guys, worked hard and, were able to play at a high level and got us to a spot where, everybody deserved and earned an opportunity to get out there and play. And, as we started rotating guys in, the energy continued to stay high. Those guys continued to play at the level we expect them to play, as a team. And they kept attacking but playing poised, and nobody was being selfish or just trying to, kind of do their own thing, which was something we continue to emphasize. When we don't play team lacrosse, we're not a good program. So when we do, things typically work out, pretty well for us. So it was really great to see our guys continue to share the ball, continue to work together defensively, through the middle of the field, facing off. Everything, seemed to be working out pretty well.
You're 4th in the nation in man-up offense. You are 4th in the nation in scoring defense. You're 4th in the nation in scoring margin. So the team has shown that nationally you compete with everyone.
Yeah, I don't think that's anything that maybe we didn't think that we were doing, playing, the competition that we play, knowing the level of talent and the way these guys work and prepare and care about what they're doing on the field. So obviously those, I had no idea of those stats and rankings, truth be told. But yeah, I feel like we've played some pretty strong lacrosse against some pretty strong competition, and our guys are doing a decent job right now.
All right, this week the Monmouth Hawks come to Johnny Unitas Stadium, I believe for the first time ever. And they are a desperate team. They're 2-3 in the conference. They're 5-6 overall. They have to win to get into the CAA tournament. So they're going to be desperate, and it's always tough when you play a desperate team like that. When you look at them, what do you see? Their face-off man's averaging 52%, so they're decent at the face-off circle. What else do they present for you this week?
Yeah, strong there, strong in the net. Their goalie's making it hard for teams to get the ball past them. Offensively, they're a pretty dynamic group. They're a little uncharacteristic in how they play their team offense. So you really have to be dialed in with your
What do you mean by
communication.
uncharacteristic?
They don't get in traditional sets and run kind of traditional systems. They're a little bit more free flowing and kind of attack you in different moments, within the ball movement and their off ball movement. So they really make you have to work, to be in position to support, but not be careless in how you do that, and making sure your off-ball play is pretty dialed in. So they do a really good job there. They've had 1-goal games against Fairfield, overtime against Hofstra. They beat Stony Brook. So again, there's a very, very dangerous team, very capable team, and obviously we're focusing on continuing to improve ourselves, but knowing how, as you mentioned, how dangerous this team can be coming in.
All right, so they will be at Johnny Unitas Stadium at noon. Glenn Smith and I will have it for you on Flow TV and TowsonTigers.com as the Tigers try to keep that 5-game winning streak rolling and keep their undefeated record in the CAA. So for the head coach of the Tigers, Sean Nadlin, I'm Spiro Marikas. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Tiger Men's Lacrosse Report.